Oh my goodness. Wow. Lucky. I wish it were easier. Usually I see sales or anything else, but not gear, like actually something useful like gear. But now let's see, you get a whole set, huh? That'll be the day. Eternal or no balls. I want to see that. I've never seen anything go eternal. I don't know if we have that in this patch though. There's no eternal here. Which I don't really have a problem with that. I'm okay with that. Beast is watching my stream. Oh my goodness. I was literally just thinking of going through my friends list and just linking my stream because I haven't streamed in a while, so I'm sure everybody forgot about me. I hope my mic is working okay. It's been a while, so I'm not sure if everything's working okay. If there's any lag or, you know, stuff that I don't want. Apparently larders aren't even worth doing, but I don't know that. I just hear people complain about it. I mean, for me, gold is gold. If I can just get a little gold here and there, I'm happy. It's not like I'm gonna gear up anytime soon. My problem is trying to save it right now, because I don't do enough runs. Because I'm always out working. I have work now, so I don't get to play nearly as autistically as I used to. hate when they won't get off. Just sit down on the floor. That's all you have to do. It's not hard. Alaska's right now. Oh. Maybe I should have went and did that. I did not realize it's Alaska's time. Actually, I need to go to Diamond Shores and do stuff. Wait, my dude is online. Wait, where'd he go? He was. Damn. Slipped away. Gonna get me some prestige. I think my gear score would benefit greatly from some prestige gems. Kinda sick at being at 3.5k all the time. I don't have any more starlight tests though, so I won't be able to do any of these for a while. At least until I get some gold. So I'll probably have to do pack runs. This might be a pack run stream. It's gonna be fun. Oh, Kino, don't do it. Yeah, stream snipe all my larders. Make gold. Can't I get Dom during peace period though? Like if it's like if Sad Boys here decided they just wanted to be, like if they just wanted to meme me to death, couldn't they just Dom me right here? Even though it's peace. Watch me actually get domed because I was talking about it. Okay, time to get out of here. I need to get this speedboat. I don't really want to be bothered with building it though. Even though I already started getting the mats for it, so it's whatever. I really need to give my Lord coin to somebody for some regal ore though. I want my costume. Got a lot of guildies here. Raleigh's the best of them all. She's a really, really cute Asian boy. There you have it. And I have a bunch of guildies saying hi too. No FOB mod. I tried, it didn't work. I don't know how to get it to work. It don't work. Hey, it's Raleigh. I love you too, girly. Okay, I gotta go. Wait, what's the raid for? Ooh, what's the raid for? That person. I got kicked from the raid. Oh my gosh. It's like we don't want people knowing who's in the raid. You just wanted to stone me? But what if I'm already stoned? It's so nice having my SSD. I don't remember the commands, the emotes. What are the emotes anyway? Like, who uses emotes, huh? Yeah, there's so many, I'm not even gonna... Okay, I'm supposed to be doing something. What was it? Something really boring. It's not even worth streaming. It's not worth anybody's time. Oh yeah, eat mochi. I have mochi with me. I actually really like these. Mochi and anpan. It's really good. But these are so sweet. There's way too much sugar in it. Okay, I muted my mic to eat those. Didn't want to make noises in the mic because that's kind of gross. I was thinking of staging these, but I think I'm just gonna run them. I have all night. I don't have work tomorrow, so it's all good. My job wanted me to stay, like, I was scheduled till 5, and then I went in today. And then I found out in the schedule today that I had to stay till 7, so they didn't even tell me, they just did it. So just barely found out that I had to stay till 7, so I stayed till 7, and then they wanted me to stay another hour. And I was like, dude, you wanted me till 5, and then you moved me over to 7. Like, I got stuff to do now. Cause I'm a part-time worker right now, so if they want me full-time, then I'd like to be paid full-time. Cause there's no, I don't know, for some reason they want to add more hours to everybody. And everybody's kind of been complaining about that. My goodness, how do I get out of here? There's so many trees. All the usual routes are blocked. So they want to get people to work more hours for some reason, and they're kind of going at the part-timers, like, you want a couple more hours? And then sneaking in extra hours after that. Like, no, you don't get to do that. At least don't be sneaky about it. Just be straight up. Say you need it. Say you need people to stay. I'm gonna be doing some math, see if I can, you know what, if I can go full-time at my part-time wage, then would that actually benefit me? Like, is that gonna be worth it? I would want to be able to move into my own apartment, even though, like, I don't mind having a roommate. My roommate's awesome, but if I'm gonna be working full-time hours as a part-timer, then it make it worth my while, you know? So I don't know. I just it doesn't make sense to me. Kind of rubs me the wrong way. Being the sneaky part, I don't like that. I think they feel like they have to sneak it because people complain about it so much, which I don't understand the complaining in the first place. But at the same time, they do kind of overwork. I noticed some of them feel overworked. And, you know, like, you're supposed to work in shifts. So I noticed some of them do end up staying from open till close sometimes, and that's not fair. That's too much. Like, is it really that bad? Hire more people? But they did just hire more people, so I don't get it. Me being one of them. So maybe they're still kind of just trying to figure stuff out. I wish this keyboard had like a numlock button so that I could AFK run, but I have to sit here and hold down the button. So if you're talking to me on Discord, it's probably better to get into the stream chat, because I have that open right now. It'd be easier anyway, because I don't have Discord pulled up. If you're watching from YouTube, same thing. If you can get to Twitch TV, my link should be on my profile somewhere. Go to Twitch TV, Halo Foxy. I know I have a spy somewhere in this chat, just waiting to snipe my packs, right? I'll kill him in one shot. I really want a piece of mochi right now. This stuff I found at the Asian food store. It's really good. Mochi rolls. It's mango milk flavor. They had a different flavor I wanted to try, but save it for next time. There's a sea bug mount. That's right. I want to see if I can get a hold of one. Is there any way I can get a hold of one? I'll do. No, I can't try properly. I look like I'm drunk. Alright, let's see if it's in here. It's not in there. Oh, wait, how would I get it if I wanted it? PvP is for people who can play the game more than 3 times a week. I mean, I'm sure it's not like that. PvP is for those who grind 24/7. I can see where that's coming from, though. Whales the game, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's not just for people who grind all the time. It can be for those who just pay their way to PvP. I love PvPing, but I really do feel like after a certain point I'd rather be geared for it. But I'll go in shit gear anyway, sometimes. I hate doing Abyssal, getting packs and stuff. I love the packs part, but I hate doing Abyssal. It's just, I don't like water PvP. And I just get one shot by everything that looks at me funny. It's that funny look, it just kills me. I was just laughing at something I saw in Faction Chat. Those witty comebacks. I love it. Do I just want to stage or do I want to take them all the way? I kind of just want to stage right now. Not my thing. I don't understand what that means. You just literally just watch. It's like watching TV. But it's whatever. Like, social media is not my thing, but I still do it. I do it for different reasons, but like if it's a way to keep in contact with friends because there's no other way, then I definitely try to do it. Otherwise, I hate it. I can't stand it. It's definitely not my thing. For that matter, working on computers isn't my thing, but apparently I figure it out somehow. It's how I installed my SSD. Sort of. What happened to the D&B? Why is it all... I mean, isn't. But I want a D&B. That should work. Okay. I was having an interesting debate in my mind about why, yeah, I do that kind of thing a lot, I don't know, but about why it is East, no matter what server, no matter what version of the game, almost always seems to be the same. So East faction always seems to be so divided, so toxic, and everybody's out for themselves, while West faction seems more united and I don't know, just the opposite of East. So I was thinking, what do people usually say about that? And they usually say, well, it's because East is always fighting amongst themselves. They're always, you know, arguing in faction chat. They hate each other. They have so many different guilds spread out, spreading everybody out. Nobody gets along. Everybody shit talks. And green pirates. And so I was wondering, like, well, what is really the reason for East always seeming to be kind of undergeared and behind compared to the other factions? Why is it that East always seems to be care-bearing because they're behind? Like, when do they actually catch up? And so I was just wondering, so let's say it is like green pirate activity. I don't know, I just speculate in my mind because I think about dumb, pointless shit sometimes. So, I don't know, as far as green pirating goes, like, I don't feel any way towards it one way or another. It's part of the game, it's whatever. But I don't know, I do think it seems like East has more green pirating and overall seems more divided, where I haven't played West in a while though, so I can't say, like, I don't know how much green pirate activity West has. For all I know, it has more than East, and yet they still manage to gear. Sort of. I don't know if they're actually gear. Well, yeah, it's mostly PN though. Like, PN pirate are usually more geared, as far as I know. So let's, instead of West, I guess, compare to PN and pirate even. So one thing I can agree with though is the divided and, you know, one for himself, every man for himself mentality doesn't do much to help a faction. You know, like, that's just a no-brainer. It doesn't take much rocket science to figure out that an all for myself attitude is just not optimal sometimes. And that, oops, how much eco fuel I'm gonna use? I'm just talking away and I'm using Oh, I haven't used it. Okay. I'm just talking away and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so where was I? So, you know, from what I've observed, there's clearly something different's going on between the factions. Aside from just the fact that a lot of whales opt to go pirate or PN, and you know, when they leave, it kind of just filters out. So, you know, they leave, and then East is left with casuals and norms, and maybe the free-to-players, referring back to like live. So I'm sure there's like different variables to it, but I don't think green pirating is the sole reason. I don't think it's as big of a reason as people say. I think it doesn't help. It definitely doesn't help, because, you know, for sure, like myself, I like to handle things on my own if I can. I don't like to bother people to help me do runs like this. So I would be doing a lot more like dangerous, like oversea runs, freedage runs, if I felt I could, or if I wanted to bother like my guildies to help me do it. But I just like being able to do things on my own at my own time, not have to depend or rely on other people. So I opt to do safe runs, because not only are there reds out there, but there's greens who will purple for packs or purple for any reason. So it's not just pressure from, you know, red players, it's pressure on all sides. Like, I couldn't even go do same continent runs in, you know, zones like Unister or Rookborn, even though reds show up there too, but it's just so much pressure from all ends to not do anything other than safe runs. And I imagine if I were playing in a faction that I felt I could trust and not have to worry about getting, you know, purpled on, and not only that, but also be able to rely on, oh my goodness, oh, but also to be able to rely on fellow green players for support and assistance. So, you know, in that sense, I feel like maybe people wouldn't complain so much about there being so many Care Bears and not enough PvP to go around, and not enough people going to events like Miss Marrow, or just, you know, overall PvP events, you know, complaining about people not participating in those because they don't feel like they're geared enough. And they have every right to feel that way when they are getting 1-2 shot by everything that moves. So, you know, I understand that 100%. Nobody wants to play a game like that where there's just no chance. Like, there's no point. Why would you do that? You wouldn't. Unless you're a masochist. Which I think a lot of people on this server are. But anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say any, like, for any definitive reasoning, I can't say why it always seems like East is just behind. But it does seem like more people, more of the ones, the East players or former East players who could have impact enough to, you know, turn any battle. Most of them, for some reason, feel like they don't want to play on East. So now I wonder about that. They don't feel like they want to play on East. They want to go PN or Pirate, anywhere but East. So I wonder why that is. And, you know, my first thought is maybe it's because East is so damn toxic. But those people often are just as toxic, if not more. Not always, but a lot of the time. So I don't know about that. So I don't understand why people don't want to stay on East. But I understand why the remaining East players just don't have confidence enough to participate in Mist Marrow and Abyssal and what have you. And I don't blame them. I don't think they should be blamed for it. Although there is a mentality thing going on too. So a lot of East players, I feel like, expect to be handed everything. They don't want to do the work for it. And then they give up. And it's why I value being able to do things on my own so much, is because I don't want to be dependent. I don't want to have to be dependent. Now, would I accept a legendary short spear or a club if somebody handed it to me? Hell yeah. Why would I not? Tell me that. Why would I not accept handouts like that? That would get me ahead. But, you know, aside from that, like, I feel like a lot of people, not even just Easties, just in general, a lot of people kind of have a, you know, this sort of victim mentality. So they don't want to do anything for themselves. They don't want to work for it. They might even look at the pay-to-win players and say, why don't you just help me gear up? Why don't you just buy me stuff? You know, the whales are complaining that there's no PvP, but they don't want to pay for anybody's gear. Like, I get the point there. There is a point to be made there, but at the same time, like, it's just, I wouldn't depend on people. I wouldn't make that a normal mentality, being dependent on others to get shit done for you. I'm sure there's a way better way to, like, plant these packs on the ground, but all my time playing ArcheAge, I've not found an easy way to do it. Like, my OCD is just, oh god, my poor OCD. Yeah, my OCD is going crazy right now. But I have to ignore it, because then I'd never get anything done. It takes a lot of willpower. I really want another mochi roll, but I have to get this done. You think I'm a potato now? Should have seen me when I was on live. I was running packs all day, every day, and I still couldn't save up for gear because I was paying for patron. Because Apex prices kept rising and rising and rising, and I had 2 accounts that I had to get patron on, so I could just never find a medium. Ministers in War. Kind of, like, I want to go PvP. I actually want to go PvP. So like right now I could see in my nation chat there's people arguing for some reason over serp raids. I don't know if that happens a lot on West, but I can definitely see the lack of unity as far as East faction goes. And you know, with that being said, maybe it wouldn't hurt, you know, to get more East players to work together for a little while, just to get the Care Bears up to snuff. Get, you know, people who really want to PvP but don't feel confident in their ability to do so because of gear. You know, if we could all just kind of help each other out there for a little while, and then, you know, get some more people geared up, get some more people where they want to be, and then go back to being toxic memes. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of solutions for a problem that's persisted for years. But at this rate, there's just never gonna be a solution. There's never, by the time the game is done with, it's just nothing's gonna change. I actually don't have faith. In East faction, it's really hard to have faith in East faction. It's that kind of place. It's the kind of stuff that kind of just makes me want to go PN. I don't want to go pirate unless I'm well geared, and only to go get my Desert Fox title. And maybe only if I had friends there that I wanted to play with, but I've never, in my whole time, the whole 5 years or so playing ArcheAge, I've never found a reason or any desire to go pirate. I would rather do PN than pirate. I want to play Okami. I think once I get a game controller, I'll stream some Okami. I just don't want to play it without a controller, honestly. I want to try to get it on Steam. I think it's on Steam. I'd rather just get it on Steam instead of playing it on the emulator. If I'm going to stream it, that is. I swear it'll be over soon. Just bear with me for a little while. It'll be over. For anyone who's still watching. Give me a topic, say something in chat so I can talk about it. So I'm not really good at conversation in general. I don't do talking very well. I'm a person of few words. I have to try really hard. You know, don't just look at chat. Don't just look, you know, don't just listen for me to be talking in stream. And if I'm not talking, just, you know, just say something and I'll probably respond. Don't think just because I'm not talking that you can't say anything. Some viewers don't realize, like, that some streamers aren't talking because there's nobody to talk to. So if you say something, then there's somebody to talk to. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, I don't have YouTube pulled up right now. I can't see it. The YouTube chat. Try to come over to Twitch. My Twitch link should be on my YouTube profile. It's Halo Foxy on Twitch. I can't see any other chats right now, except for Twitch stream chat. I think apparently my faction contested Red Dragon, so that's a good sign, right? That's a good thing. See, if we had some of these things on like Auto Farm, Anthelon, Dragon. I don't know if Leviathan's out on this server right now. You know, that would help a lot. I'm curious to play live though, live ArcheAge, just to see what all the patches that I've missed have been like. They just got their 5.0, I think, and they're running in Hiram gear or Hiram. I don't know how you pronounce it. Curious to see what all that's about, to be honest, but I haven't made a decision. I don't know if I'm actually gonna go play live yet, but definitely thinking about it, thinking hard about it. Thinking very hard about it. Oh, there's an obstacle here, apparently. Can't run through the foliage. Can you guys see my Christmas tree, by the way? Do you like my Christmas tree? It's just barely lit up. It's running on batteries, so the batteries are probably dying. I should turn it off. I'm gonna go turn that off so it doesn't die. Oh, look who it is. It's Karami. This is my favorite couple. What are you guys doing? You come to steal. Wait, what? You can't. You can't. You're gonna steal my packs. That's what they're doing. They're gonna come take my packs. Okay. I don't know. Do I want to do another run? Like, I just want to rip my hair out right now. Dessert. I used to really hate syrup for some reason. It was like, I don't know, it's because people were so obsessed with it when it first came out that they were throwing tantrums and rage, fits of rage because they couldn't get their gear as fast as they wanted because they couldn't get people to join surf raids. So there are like a bunch of people throwing temper tantrums all the time, and it just turned me off to surf. It was like, ew. This dungeon's gross. It just brings out the worst in people. I don't want any part of this shit. And then when you're a healer, everybody wants you to join their dungeon raids because healers are like high value and that kind of thing. On this server though, there's a lot of healers, so there's never like a shortage that I notice. It's not really a problem to find a healer on this server. But I know back in the day it used to be just a hassle to gather a healer for a dungeon. I guess now I get to eat another mochi. Oh, hello Shadowface. How are you? Hope you're having a good evening. Wait, are we porting? I think we're porting. Oh, I don't want to go there yet. No, I don't want to go there. Why are they going there? That's weird. That's not where Serpentis is, you guys. I'm gonna have a mochi roll. Sitting at work waiting to clock out. I feel that. I got off of work a couple hours ago. They wanted to keep me an extra hour and I was like, you've already kept me an extra 2 hours. I think I want to go home now. I don't get paid full-time wage to do that, but they want me to work like I'm a full-timer. Wishing I could mute real life because the person beside me is playing rap music really loud. Yuck. I would want to mute real life too for that reason, to be honest. I don't like it when people blast their music, but rap music, like in an inappropriate setting where you have other people around you and it's like obnoxious. Like, why does it have to be rap music? Why can't it be something good? Go to Ostera, just hang around. think, where is it? Where's that guild name? I think this is like by far my favorite guild name. Wait, is he? He's a dark runner, obviously. I like that name too. Weird flex, but okay. I think that's an excellent guild name. I love it. I think that's my favorite of them all, like ever in the history of ArcheAge. I don't know why. I'm weird. Okay, your headphones, alrighty. We're waiting for people to join for Serpentis. They're wireless and almost dead, but I can't take it anywhere. No one wants to start. I don't really like Sturt myself, but it's necessary. I really want to roll on some mount gear. I don't know what else I would get from Sturt, to be honest. But I'd be happy if I could get a mount saddle. I'm on my last mochi roll. I'm sad, but I'm happy because I get to eat it. How's ArcheAge treating me? I don't know, this is private server, so the thing is, like, I just got my job in real life, so I haven't been playing as much as I like to. So I'm just kind of stuck where I've always been. I'm still 3.5k gear score. I don't get to spam trade pack runs like I used to, so I'm kind of always hurting for gold, which was what I was doing just now was running packs. I haven't turned them in yet. I was just staging them, but they should get me a good sum of gold so I can start doing stuff. Cause like I have these weapons right here that I want to regrade that a friend gave me, so I really want to regrade them and see how far I can go. Just haven't had the gold for that either. But everything's really slow for me just because I don't have the time to play as much as I used to. And it's affecting like my decision to maybe go play live for a little while, because it's like, what's the point if I don't have the time to play that much? overall, I just don't know. I always figured once I had like enough hours at any job I take up that having the time is going to be an issue for me, because it's not that I don't manage time well, it's just I need a lot of time to myself. I don't like constantly being like spread out everywhere doing things, interacting all the time with other people. I need a lot of alone time. So a lot of the times when I get home from work, I just want to be alone. I don't want to play ArcheAge, and I don't want to interact with my guild either, even though I love them, they're great. Yeah, thanks. It's really needed. It's a really needed job. And yeah, I'll figure it out. Even if I have to just quit ArcheAge altogether. I don't think that would be a terrible thing at all, to be honest. Like, I have no judgments towards people who quit playing ArcheAge. I say run for the hills. There's no point in playing ArcheAge at this point. Like, right now I just do it because I want to have fun. I really want to have fun, and I do, and I try. And I love the people that I've met. I love my guildies. And the occasional PvP that I do get to participate in, but that's like it. That's all. I can do that anytime. But right now, it's just not practical. ArcheAge just isn't what it used to be, and it'll never be. No matter what. This is private server too. Like, originally, I thought it'd be great. I thought it'd be great to have a patron buff automatically given to me, because that was a huge issue for me on live servers. So I was constantly trying to play the game the way I wanted, and the way I wanted required me to have patron. So I didn't want to, and I didn't have the money to pay $15 a month for patron. So I was running packs and making gold to buy the Apex for the patron. And Apex just kept rising in price. It's super expensive to buy. So it just like canceled out. So I would make gold, but then I would have to spend it on patron. So there was no progression for me. Here, like, patron's given to me, but now I don't have the time. I just don't have the time to play. And I've noticed that with a few of my friends who were playing, you know, they had a guild even, and we were gonna do stuff, have a castle and whatnot, but a couple of them got jobs too, and they don't have the time to play, so the guild started leaking out. For various reasons, I know, but like, there's just no coherent, or what's the word I'm looking for? I'm having a brain fart. There's just no adhesion. I like the guild I'm in now because it doesn't matter how much time I've been playing, or it doesn't matter like how much time I have to play. Every time I log in, somebody's there doing something, somebody's in Discord, somebody's, you know, doing content. And you know, I'm very much appreciative to see like a guild that, you know, has stuff going on. And I like a lot of people in the guild. Same thing happened to you in the past? Yeah. Like this books person, she's one of the coolest. She's pretty cool. When City of Heroes and Villains was out, that happened to you. I don't know if it's something that happens, like, in a lot of... okay, so ArcheAge is literally the first and only, like, MMO that I've played as consistently and dedicated as I do. So I've delved into other games, but I never stick with them. Almost never. There's like one or two others that I kind of stick with, like League of Legends, sort of. But that's a whole different ballpark. But like, I love ArcheAge. I've always loved it. It's such a good game. It had so much potential. I would have liked to see it go so much further. You know, now it's just reduced to circle simulator where I just run in circles around Ostera. New items in the loyalty shop, in the marketplace altogether, but like, I've always wanted this dolphin mount, this fusion fin. Like, I've been dying for this mount for years, and now I can get it. I can actually have it. I have the loyalty tokens for it, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to get it now. Like, I want a fast water mount, like the Seabug or the Equestria. Like, I've never seen the fuchsia fin drop in the dungeon that it's supposed to drop from, and now here it is in the loyalty shop, and I'm like dying to press buy, but I'm gonna hold back on that because I want this mount, but I like this costume. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna wait just over the holidays and see what else comes out, because I know, like, it'd be my luck if I bought this and then something else I really, really want comes out. Then I have to wait like another 4 months to save up the loyalty for it. Stay strong. Yep. Definitely gonna try. Loyalty, like, loyalty is always there, but it just takes so long to save enough. That 600 loyalty. Yeah, they do that often. Yeah, like, I just know it'd be my luck every time I buy something, something else comes up. Wait for holiday stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just wait a little while. I think there's gonna be a Black Friday sale too. I kind of want to be able to participate in that, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't get paid till like a week after Black Friday. I don't even know how. See, I haven't been at my job for Black Friday, so I'm a little scared to go to work on Friday. I've actually like never physically been in a Black Friday area anywhere. I usually avoid crowds and whatnot, so it's gonna be interesting. I think we might be able to start SERP here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, if I buy a dolphin, like, what use is it gonna be? Because I never go. I don't like water PvP or anything like that anyway. So, like, what, like, how, when am I gonna use it? I'm gonna waste 600 loyalty tokens on something I'm never gonna use. Black Friday may not be as bad as you think. Probably. I don't know. It was pretty busy at work last week, so I can only... And at my job, everything's always on sale, like huge discounts, so I'm sure it's not gonna be that bad. I just don't know because I've never seen it. On Black Friday, that is. Worked in Target for Black Friday 2 years in a row. They had a plan set up to keep the arguing to a minimum. That's good. Good that they were prepared for that. I don't know how they did it, but as long as whatever works. See, I can't deal with people like that. If they start arguing, then I'm just like done. I'm out of here. Bye. But luckily there are people at my job that can handle people like that. Like, if someone disagrees with like the way we do sales at my job and they express it to me and I'm like, look, I just do what I'm told, I don't make the rules. But really in my mind I'm thinking, I don't care what you don't agree with. It has no meaning right now because, you know, if you don't like it, don't shop Hobby Lobby, just don't. But don't argue with me about what I'm telling you is, you know, a standard for us. Don't tell me that it's wrong. I work here, I'll tell you what's right and wrong. That's how I want to be, but I have to hold back. But I just don't like customer service overall, because I just don't deal with people well. But I enjoy Hobby Lobby because it's more laid back than other places. I avoid fast food like the plague. I cannot do fast food. I used to work at a Pizza Hut. That was awful. That was the worst experience of my life. I think it actually traumatized me. I might actually have PTSD from that. You love customer service jobs? Well, you're a very interesting breed. Most people just don't like it for some reason. For some reason, as in like they all have their own reasons for it. But, you know, it's not for everybody. And then for some people, they're just made for it. Some people really are just made for it. I don't know how they do it. Like, my mom was probably somebody who was made for customer service. I know she used to actually be a nurse too, and she liked it. She used to teach jazzercise or something like that. And she was definitely a major people person, very extroverted, opposite from me. But she wound up with social anxiety at some point, so I don't know what happened there. Get paid to smile at people and tell them their item isn't there, and if they want to be upset, I don't care. I'm doing my job. Clock is still running while you yell. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just laugh on the inside. Yeah, I need to learn to, you know, I definitely could take that as a very important life tip. People cop attitude with me for some reason, like it just bothers me, really bothers me. Like I had a customer get sassy with me because I was, she came to the register with a bunch of stuff and I was sorting out like the fragile, breakable stuff on one side so that I could wrap it up in paper. But to make it go faster, you know, I ring everything up first, and then if they're paying with like a debit card or something, they can be, you know, messing with the machine for that while I wrap things up. So she's like watching and she's like, and she gets sassy with me. She's just like, I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. Like, I don't know what did I do? So she just started saying, she started talking like, so are you gonna bag these things up? Because we can just, you know, we can just walk out with no bags, and, you know, just carry things out. like, like the sarcasm, and I actually had to look. I had to think about it. Like, I looked at her and I was just wondering, like, am I supposed to be like, am I supposed to laugh? Is this a joke? Because this is sarcasm. It's definitely sarcasm. But is she trying to be funny or is she trying to be a dick? So that actually got under my skin. Like, that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wrap these. Is that okay with you? Because I don't have to wrap them. You can just walk outside and, you know, risk breaking them. It's fine with me. I didn't say that, but, you know, that's what I wanted to say. Cause like, I can understand if I did something or if I said something to piss her off, but I was literally just doing my job. That's all. I don't think we're gonna have a SERP raid. People are dropping out already. I'm gonna drop out too. One of them fell asleep. I think the raid leader fell asleep. So what do I do now? Diamond Shores? There's 2 minutes left on it. Could go to Unister and look for PvP, but I don't know. I don't think there's PvP up there. I feel like somebody would have said something. Yeah, it's okay. Hopefully I'll never see her again, but I probably will. It's a small enough town that it would happen. Like, people love Hobby Lobby. There's a lot of regulars there. But overall, like, I actually enjoy it because it's more laid back. You know, most of the time it's just friendly little old ladies wanting to get arts and crafts stuff and yarn and stuff. You know, and kids too who have more of a laid-back mentality. And yeah, they're the uptight ones. Hey, there's the sea bug mount. How do you get that? Oh god. House of Mantis is here. A minute before peace is left. We know what they're up to. Had a situation where 2 women tried to get you fired by lying on you. Wow. That's messed up. Like, that's just not... When you're messing with somebody's livelihood, those are the worst kinds of people. Like, they shouldn't be trying to get people fired from their jobs. People that they don't know. Like, you don't know. You don't know me. You don't know my life story. You don't know what I've been through. I feel like people would be trying to do that to the Hobby Lobby workers too, except they can't because it's corporation. Hobby Lobby, the corporation is the one who makes, I don't know, they want their money, and they, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, they can be a little deceptive about it, about how they handle their sales. I probably shouldn't even be saying this right now on stream, but I don't really care because I stand up for what I believe in. So if it wasn't for the fact that I really needed a job and I needed income, I probably would not want to support Hobby Lobby. Just because I see the things they do to swindle people into spending more. They said you were rude and tried to get them to do your job and should be removed. Like, I can actually imagine that kind of scenario where it literally wasn't even your fault, but they like find some way to blame you. So funny, your employer knew because you're nice to everyone. Yeah, especially, yeah. I bet it was pretty funny for the employer. If they know you, it's like a certain type of person who wouldn't do what they claimed you did. And then it's just like, what? What? You're crazy. These people are definitely onto something. Or on something. I think the worst thing I saw at Hobby Lobby was some dude was raging and he just like walked out the door and he was just like, everyone, fuck this place, fuck everything. And then he just walked out screaming at like profanities and everything. And I didn't see what caused it. I was like, what happened? What happened? And then I heard the story later. He was like talking about his dick in front of everybody. And one of the managers asked him nicely to stop talking about his dick and like in front of everybody in the store, because it's like, you know, there's children and older fashioned people who don't want to hear it, and overall you just don't do that in a public place. Like who in their right mind thinks that it's okay to just talk like that at a public store setting? You know, it's not the fucking bar, it's not your friend's backyard, it's not, you know, it's not some other place where, you know, you can talk like that. It's a public place and you don't know who's listening. You can't get mad if somebody gets triggered. So he got triggered because he was told to stop. Like, I think he's actually on drugs. He must be on drugs, right? Okay, so we're in conflict here. Yay. I bet House of Mantis is PKing people. But yeah, I definitely have to try to work on, I have been working on it though. I used to have social anxiety really bad, and I wouldn't even go out in public, and I wouldn't, you know, I was scared to even talk on the phone. I couldn't answer the phone. I was so panic ridden. So I've definitely like worked on it, and I've improved a lot. I've improved a lot to the point that I was able to make a big jump and move from Florida to Minnesota. So like all by myself. Well, with the help of a friend, but like by myself with nobody to accompany me, which I would never have done before. Yeah, I had social anxiety so bad back then, but I got over it enough to, you know, live a life. That's basically why I had to get over it, because I was just sick of not living. I just want to live, you know? So I can still have my boundaries and all, you know. I don't want to work at a fast food place. I don't want to work at places that are going to stress me out a lot, you know, to a point that I might regress back into being, you know, ridden with panic attacks. But at least now I'm making the progress to expose myself to situations that I normally wouldn't have. And maybe eventually, slowly, I can take on anything, take on the world. Thanks for the, was that a follow? Thanks for the follow. So she has social anxiety as well. Yeah, it's hard because not a lot of people understand it. And a lot of people want to just be like, stop being a pussy, stop being scared, don't be scared, don't be a pussy. And it's not about being a pussy, it's not about being, you know, not just about being scared, it's more just, you can't help it. You can't help it as easily as they try to make it sound. For a lot of people, it's even a chemical imbalance in the brain. You can't do that much about it. Although I will say changing my mindset helped me a lot. Changing my mindset changed my world. So, you know, I wish they wouldn't say things. I wish people wouldn't say things like don't be a pussy or just stop being nervous, stop being scared. You know, don't be a fraidy cat. I wish they would stop saying that and say more like, you know, well, it's gonna be different for everybody. What probably worked best for me was being able to say, you know, I'm allowed to express my human emotions, and I have an anxiety disorder, and that is okay. And I get to have panic attacks, and I get to be human. And once I was able to do that, it was like, it was almost overnight even. This transformation just occurred. It was like, oh, I don't have to be embarrassed anymore. Like, I don't have to feel like anxious and embarrassed, or like I have to hide it from people, because now I'm owning it. And now, you know, because I get to own it, it's almost like, well, what's the point now? And yeah, be more encouraging, but even more so than being encouraging, I think what people need to realize is it's kind of like, you know, the feeling when you really want to buy something but you don't have the money for a while for it, and then when you finally get the money for it, you don't want it anymore. You don't want that thing anymore. It's like, oh, well, I have the money for it, but like, I don't want to spend it now. Do I really need this thing? It's kind of a similar feeling to that. Once you're able to own that anxiety and, you know, switch over into feeling like, well, why am I owning it? I don't want this. I don't want this anxiety anymore. I'm gonna change it. That's how it was for me anyway. And it was really healing. It was a really healing experience. Also, my psychiatrist like prescribed Xanax, and I was super against taking prescription pills for any reason. Like, I hate pills. I don't do pills if I don't have to. If I can help it, I will avoid them like the plague. So once my therapist convinced me to just try, give it a chance, I went on Xanax for a little bit, and it helped train my body to relax more. And that's all I used it for, was just to remind my body how to relax, so I wasn't having panic attacks. Because it was more of a, like, it became more of a physical thing. Like, I just couldn't control it. It was, you know the fight or flight response. Like, I would go into flight mode, and then my body would just move on its own. Like, I would run away, hide or cry or hyperventilate, and I couldn't help it. So the Xanax really helped train my body to just not do that so much. And then my body relearned how to be relaxed. So that, changing my mindset, having encouragement, and trying the Xanax just for a little bit really helped a lot. So for your girlfriend, I would like to have like a magic word or something that would help, help her heal from it. But there's like, it's a self-discovery thing. It's just, there's not much anyone can do but you yourself, or the person experiencing the problem. But definitely the one thing that helped me was owning it and saying, fuck it, I get to have this experience. I get to, if people don't like it, I have panic attacks. If people don't like it, fuck them. And then it's just like, well, why? Why would I want to have panic attacks? I don't want to be this person. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change it. And in that way, it becomes a choice. So when people say like, you're choosing to be a victim, blah blah blah. See, the way they word it is so rude. They don't realize that they're gonna make it worse. They're gonna make the person, clam up into their shell more. You can't say it like that. You can't say, well, you're just choosing to be a victim. It's your choice. But at a level, it is a choice. But it's a choice through your own self-discovery. You can't have other people telling you what to and not to do. It has to be something you decide on your own. There's no other way around it that I know of. She's struggling with work too. Yeah, see, Pizza Hut, way back when I worked at Pizza Hut, that was the threshold for me. That's what pushed me into having full-fledged, full-blown panic attacks. Because I had had anxiety really bad before that, but Pizza Hut is what did it for me. Pizza Hut pushed me over that edge to where I just didn't want to be a part of the world anymore. Like, I didn't want to participate in anything. I just wanted to stay safe in my shell, in my home, and avoid people at all costs. And I even became agoraphobic for a while because of that too, because Pizza Hut was so bad for me. And I was doing that because I felt like I had to, because, other people, I thought other people had expectations of me, and that working at Pizza Hut would make them happy. It wasn't for me, it was for everybody else. That's the worst. Those are the worst things you could do when you have anxiety too, is trying to live for other people as far as expectations. And when you have so much anxiety over it, and then meditating. I got into some meditating and some like spiritual practices, but that's a personal decision too. But meditating really helped me a lot. Like mindfulness meditation, that really helped me. And I'm still working on it. Like, I'm not completely out of the woods. from there, but learning some mindfulness meditation really helps, I think. I don't know what I'm doing here. There's nothing to do. I love this game, but it's like, what do I do? What do I do in this game? I saw Reds running around. And it's like with your girlfriend, I would hate for her to, you know, feel trapped, entrapped by anything, but especially like work. Work is important, you know. Like, I would hate for her to get to the point to where she wants to avoid work too, because I'm a strange person at my job. At my job, I'm so happy to be there because being so full of anxiety made me entrap myself in a cage, basically. Being so scared to go out and do anything that you entrap yourself in your home or your bedroom. It's not healthy. And, you know, like, after a few years or so, it gets to the point that you just want to get out of that cage and you want to go live. So, like, for me, I'm a strange person when I'm at my work because I'm always smiling. I'm always so happy to be there because to me, it's a place of freedom, where it's for everybody else. It's binding. They just want to get away from it. But for me, I'm like happy to be there. Definitely after a certain point, you get sick of it. What is this mix? It's a good song. But yeah, nowadays, working where I am now is not so bad. Like, I get, when like I was talking about earlier, like people arguing with me and trying to start shit with me, you know, I have that moment where, you know, I start shaking and I, you know, might start hyperventilating and my heart starts beating, but it goes over me really fast, so I'm not stuck in that moment. That was my problem, is I was always stuck in a moment and I couldn't get out of it. So I stopped being stuck. And now I can get over things instead of dwelling on it, and I can get over things better than I used to. Pirates controlled Red Dragon. I'm actually getting kind of tired. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours? That's okay. That's pretty okay. There's just nothing to do in this game. I wish I had a game controller so I could play Okami. I don't want to play it with a keyboard. You think she still gets stuck in moments like that? Yeah, that's a trademark of social anxiety, is just getting stuck. You know, it's getting stuck in dwelling on what people have said or done, and then getting stuck in that very moment of when you react to it. Just getting stuck in the anxiety of it all. Getting stuck in the pressure, the feeling. it's really hard to not, like, that's what people don't get. Like, you can't, it's not as simple as just don't be stuck. You know, just don't be stuck. Just, you know, just stop caring about what people think. That's like the top advice people would give when I would ask, how do I deal with this? And they would say, just stop caring what they think. Okay, but how? Like, how does that work? What do you mean? But it's not something that can be taught. It has to be realized on your own. And something has to push you there. Like, something has to push you to get to that point. So, like, for her, I would hope that she would be able to find a way to get over a point like that without having to go through something that's going to traumatize her. However, for me, I had to be pushed to a point where I was living my worst nightmare. Like, I was stuck with people that I didn't want to be around, and they were constantly pushing me over my limits, past, you know, way past my limits. And they didn't care. They had no regard for how they made me feel. So, you know, I had to be stuck living with people like that caused me so much stress and anxiety. And oftentimes I even thought they were doing it on purpose just to make me suffer. So, you know, having to be stuck in an environment like that pushed me to a point to where I was like, you know, I can't do this. I don't want to be this person anymore. And that's when it becomes a choice. I think that's when it becomes a choice. So it's not a choice because someone says stop being scared. It becomes a choice when you personally say, I've had enough, fuck this. What's going on in here? There's a lot of people running around here. Oh, they're in a Dominion, I think. That's cool. See, I want to be doing this kind of stuff. My guild does too, but not today. I probably missed it because I was at work all day. Who are they fighting? No contest? But yeah, I'm getting tired. I kind of want to... I'm also really cold, so I kind of want to get off right now. It's been snowing here. We've gotten a few inches of snow in the last couple weeks. So I'm freezing at night. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna get off right now. I'm tired. It was kind of a long day at work. No problem. Drive safe, and I'm gonna log off and end stream actually. So, and thanks for stopping by, and have a great night, and have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. And anybody else who stopped by the stream, thanks for coming by and chatting, or just viewing if you're a ninja. And have a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. And have a great night.